This is going to be a vampire makeup tutorial. I did this makeup look like 2-ish years ago now. I have a lot of people asking to do a tutorial on it. Vampire costumes are pretty easy to throw together if you have the makeup, if you need a last minute costume, and if you're already planning on being a vampire, then I'm also going to be dressing up, accessorizing, and doing my hair, and it's going to be a whole entire vampire transformation. This is not on perfect skin. I'm having a bit of a breakout. I have a lot of discoloration and stuff going on. I have some texture. I don't really want to go in with that many serums and stuff underneath because the more serums and stuff you put on, the more oily you're going to be throughout the day. That's just like from my experience. It's going to break up like all the stuff we put on. A skin milk and a moisturizer. Skin milk by Rhode. This is the moisturizer I'm going to be using. It's Vanny Cream. It doesn't really have any problems with making my makeup separate or anything. Last step in prepping our skin is going in with a sticky primer. This is the one by e.l.f. There's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. One size has a sticky primer. Just something that has a sticky base. They're going to be going in with foundation and stuff. This is just going to help everything stay on for a long time if you were going to a party or wearing this for, I don't know, something all day. Alright. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit more. First, going in with foundation. This is my favorite more full coverage foundation, the one by NARS. But if I don't want that much on my skin but still have good coverage, this is the Ilia Skin Tint. I think I'm just gonna go in with this one because it evens out my skin, still looks like skin. This is my shade. If you want to be more of a pale vampire, obviously go in with something that's a shade or two lighter than what you are. I just don't want to drag it down my neck. And I'm already kind of pale. I still have a tan from summer. You can barely see it right there. I do this in sections. Foundation brush by Hourglass, and this is my favorite foundation brush. Those pimples are going to shine through because we're going in with something a little bit more lightweight. I'm going to show you how I cover those, but since I'm going in with contour, a bunch of other things, if I were to conceal it first and then go in with the skin tint and then go in with everything else, it would just wipe everything off of the pimples and they would shine through. So we're going to do all that stuff and then conceal them after. Faces are not the same color everywhere. That's like completely natural and normal, but this part's a little bit darker, and then I have some right here, some redness, and it just helps make everything a little bit more even. If you wear it in the daytime, it has SPF 40 in it, which is nice. A lot of people complain about the smell. It does have a weird smell. I don't even know how to explain the smell. Like, it's like nothing I've ever smelled before, but it does completely go away after I finished my makeup for me. Other people say it lingers. It's not the craziest thing ever, but if you're worried about it, I definitely suggest to smell it in a Sephora before you buy it. But it is my favorite all over skin product. As someone who doesn't really like foundation that much because it always ends up looking cakey, kind of leaving my under eyes bare because I'm going in with concealer and I don't want that much makeup there. There's kind of no point in going in with the skin tint there. This is actually a little pale. I mean, it kind of matches my face. It always ends up looking the right color when I'm done with my makeup because of everything that I add. It's definitely a trust the process. We have our very flat canvas going. Next is contour, and I'm gonna be going in with this one. It's not like 100% cool. It is a little dry sometimes when you have it after a while, so I wipe it on the back of my hand. I do want sharper cheekbone look because, you know, like, we're dead. So right in that hollow of the cheek, not like above the cheekbone or under it, right in the hollow. And I am going in on my forehead as well, just to add that dimension back in my face. I might contour my nose a little bit later, but I usually just do that with powder. We're gonna add some to the jawline, but I'll show you how I do it. Another Hourglass brush. I start by just swiping it and then flicking it up, but not too far. Like, I really do want to keep it in that same area to give the illusion that my cheek is sunken in, and then I will bring it up, you know, like the 3 method, because I want it in my temple as well. I'm actually going to add a little bit. I forgot to add some. It gives a little bit more of a sharper shape. So not crazy, but it gives us a little bit more shape going on. See, and that's the reason why we did not cover up those pimples, because you can see everything has like kind of come off of them, because that's kind of just what happened with like really, really bad pimples. With the stuff on the back of my hand, I'm gonna dip my brush in it, add some to my jawline. It's just, if I go in with this, it's just gonna kind of look like I have brown all over my neck. I very lightly am just accentuating the natural shadow and then going a little bit above right here. I'm doing boom, boom. And you wanna go like this and then drag it down so that it's not a complete straight line. Adding a little bit of lip balm because I forgot to in the beginning, and I don't want my lips to be dry at the end. And what a throwback. Yes, I still have my baby lips. Hourglass concealer. Honestly, Hourglass needs to sponsor me at this point. I didn't realize so much of my makeup stuff was Hourglass. This is a very full coverage concealer, but the key to making it work like really good and not looking cakey and looking very smooth and like satin finish is you have to let it sit for a while. I'm talking like almost 5 minutes, and you can sit there with like a little fan or something. I'm going over the pimples, and yeah, I'm nasty and I touch the applicator to my pimples. Sue me. While that's sitting, instead of just sitting here and doing nothing, I usually do my eyebrows. I use the Anastasia brow pencil. I use the shade Taupe. In the original picture that I showed you guys, I do have my eyebrows way thicker. I am going to make them a little bit more bold, but they're just going to be very like defined, not like crazy. I start by brushing them down, barely touch the front, add more of a straight line up here, add my arch, because my arch is always the place that's like a little bit bald because my hairs are super blonde right there. That's why I dye my eyebrows all the time. Fill in any bald patches. Spoolie that out a little bit, brushing it up, lightly drawing a line underneath right in the front, feathering in the rest of the way. And I am going to elongate my tail a little bit, and if I mess up, it's super easy to fix it. Taking a concealer that's in a pot. I mean, you can use any concealer, but I like potted concealers to do this with for some reason. This is the Glossier one. Taking a flat brush like this, and I'm just going to very lightly outline the underneath of my brow. Very big difference going on. I'm gonna do this brow now. To blend out my concealer spots and under my eyes, I always use this House Labs concealer brush. I saw someone do a video on this brush, and I'm like, I need a new concealer brush. Mine is just not doing the job anymore. I have used this every single time I've done my makeup ever since I bought it. You don't want to rub over pimples. You just want to tap very lightly, barely on the pimple. Go like this around it to blend out that edge so there's not just like a dot on your face. Literally, what breakout? What breakout? Skipping blush because vampires are dead. We're gonna be putting a bunch of stuff under our eyes, so I don't want to put that much. I am gonna put eye brightener. Does it seem a little silly that I'm covering up my redness and my purpleness under my eyes, even though we're gonna be going in with red and purple? Yes, but it will look better, trust me. When it has a lighter base underneath it, it turns out better. Eye brightener by Kosas, and I like tapping it in with my fingers because you get the most payoff because nothing is sucking it up like a beauty blender or a brush, and I feel like it just works better with your fingers. The warmth from your fingers helps it blend in a little bit better, but this has been my favorite eye brightener as of late because it does that. I do like to layer that. Where is it? This is the Kosas concealer, just shade 1.5 because I want them to be bright. I've just been popping tiniest bit of this eye brightener on my lids, cancel out the purpleness. I'm just doing this kind of as a base for all of our eyeshadow and stuff that we're going to be going in with to stick to. We're going to set. This is the Huda Beauty powder shade Sugar Cookie. It's just like a translucent powder even though it looks like white. Put a picture here. I literally took this like 2 days ago. I don't have flashback if you're wondering, because whenever I see a powder that is like white, I'm like, how's that gonna work? I pat off the excess on the back of my hand so then there's not like a bunch on here, but before I do that, I let the concealer sit a little bit. I already did. I wipe off all of the stuff that is crease, and I don't want any in the actual crease because no matter what, it is just going to keep creasing. It doesn't even make your eyes look that different, and this is what gets my under eyes to stay all day long. And I really press the powder in. It gives it a very soft look. At that. Are you seeing that? I love a glowy look too, but my makeup is not going to last being that glowy. This gives a very airbrushed look. Taking it down the sides of my nose and basically everywhere. I do want to be matte, and we're gonna go back in with highlight, but this helps with my skin texture kind of going invisible. Whenever I'm glowy and I have skin texture going on, you can kind of really see it, especially like right here and right here on my cheeks. I like to go in with a brush on my forehead. I kind of want to keep some of the dewiness. I just want to set it. A powder contour. I have the Kat Von D palette, but you want to make sure it's more of a cooler tone, and I'm gonna go in with this one. This is like the coolest toned one that I have. It's actually like neutral. It's totally not cool tone. This is an old Morphe brush, M405, but it's kind of angled, so I like stamp it right in the hollow and then flick up, and do that 3 method by putting in my temple and then bringing it up to my forehead. But I really do want it to be in my cheekbone. You want to kind of make like a boop where it would go here and then like down, but you don't really want to do that much because then it can kind of like look like it's giving you saggy cheeks, you know? You want to be able to see it from the side a little bit because that's what's going to make you get that like dead look where you just look really snatched. To find that, I go like this and just follow that natural shadow. And you want to make sure you don't have that much on your brush. Really tap that off because then you're gonna go in and you're just gonna have like a brown streak on your face, and you just want to subtly build it up because if you put too much, it's a lot harder to get rid of than to add a little bit more. And I'm gonna contour my nose, powdering it first so that everything underneath isn't like slipping around, but that is going to literally make my nose disappear, so then we can give it a new shape. Brush like this, and then this is a dual-ended brush. I don't know the brand of this one. I think I got this in PR. I could use the same exact shade that I used in my cheekbones, but I like to go in with like this shade and this shade right here in this Makeup by Mario palette. And you want to go in with such a light hand so then you don't just have like dark brown lines on your nose. Start from right here. A little bit underneath, taking a super tiny brush. That's what we're looking like. I used to think my nose was like uncontourable until recently. Just wait. I either go in with concealer, but I like to go in with either a white or this is more of a cream eyeliner. And on the tip and the bridge above, create a little notch in the middle of your nose, bake around it. When I do this, I don't wipe it off on the back of my hand. Right next to that line, I do that. I'm also going to bake underneath my cheekbones to make them the teeniest bit more sharp. Now we're gonna get started with the eyes. On a fluffy brush, I'm gonna be going in my crease, a cooler neutral tone brown. Take a clean fluffy brush and go like this on the outer edge to make sure it's super blended and there's no harsh lines. And when I blend out eyeshadow, very lightly, not hard, very small circular motions in the exact area that I want, not just going like back and forth. And if I want more color in a specific area, I get it on the brush, stamp it, and then go out and blend. And I usually want more color in like this area right here, like this like outer edge socket, and you can't just like shove your brush in there and just go back and forth like this to get a perfect line where your crease is. This is giving major like 2016 makeup tutorial vibes. I wish people still did this. Like, I wish this was like the norm still. It was my favorite era of YouTube. I definitely suggest to get a palette like this for makeup looks, or just be prepared to do stuff for Halloween, to get a makeup palette that just has everything in it. And you do not need the most high quality eyeshadows on the face of the planet. It's more like technique and how to use them. Like, I can use the cheapest eyeshadow and still make it look good. It might fade a little, but you can still like blend it and make it look good if you practice. This is Makeup Revolution. So just with that same fluffy brush, I'm gonna take this purpley color, go in on my lid. And if I wanted more color payoff, I would go in with a flat brush. Press it into the eyeshadow, press it into where you want it, and I'm just putting it all over the lid. And taking a blending brush with a little bit on it and blending out the edge into that crease. Stubby brush. I'm taking this brick red. It's not like red, like a deeper, almost like a burgundy. Going on my lower lash line. It's okay if it's like a little messy. That's actually a little too red. I want a darker red. My Modern Renaissance never fails me. Red ochre. They look similar, but this one is a little bit darker. Okay. I'm dropping everything. Fluff that out with that same blending brush we were using before, and I'm gonna kind of wing it, and it can even go on your cheeks and stuff because we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff under the eyes. I'm gonna add a little bit of that red around my lash line and kind of wing it out like that. We're gonna add some eyeliner. In the original picture, I did like quite thick eyeliner. I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. And I'm gonna show you how I do the eyeliner that I mostly do now. Lancome eyeliner. This is my favorite. But I use eyeshadow a lot too. So I'm gonna draw out a little line and try and show you the best I can because I have to get like close to the camera. Start here. And go like that. And now take an eyeliner brush like this. Get it more into the shape that I want. It's just easier to go in with this with no product on it. And I will build off of that with eyeshadow. This is like eyeliner for dummies. Eyeliner has been so hard for me over the years. I can do anything else, but I can't do eyeliner. Also hard for eyeliner to look good on my eye shape. The classic, like just a thicker wing and it going all the way across. If I do it all the way across, it just does not look good. I only do it like halfway and it gives more of like that siren eye look. And I like quite a long, very, very skinny wing. The real hard part is getting it even on the other side. I've tried the eyeliner that's in the pot and I do like that one too, but it's just like so much easier to just do it with eyeshadow. Fluffy brush, a little bit more of that red lightly underneath the wing. Vampire vibe we're going for is Vampire Diaries, and they're like vamping out and they got all the veins and stuff going on. Vampire Diaries is my favorite vampire out of all vampires that I have watched. Twilight, I do think it's a little silly that they sparkle. Buffy and Angel, I get the face. I like Vampire Diaries, so that's what we're going for. This is so easy. I'm gonna take a red lipstick, and this is just like an old Anastasia one that I have. Very dry. So if it was like lipstick, it would work as well. Super skinny brushes. These are nail art brushes, and this is a paint brush so that you can kind of like wiggle it around. Hi, Mama. Pretty girl. She needs some love, I guess. She's investigating. A squiggly line and then other like squiggly lines off of that because we're creating little veins. See, it's really easy. And I'll take a smaller one to make the little veins coming off of the bigger veins. I never wiped the freaking bake off of my nose yet. I forgot to do that. I have all the red on there, and you obviously want to do a lipstick that's going to, I should have said that already. You want to do a lipstick that's going to stay, like a matte lipstick, so then it's not going to go anywhere because you're not going to want to set every single one of those little veins. You could just set it with white powder, I guess, but it might just be a little messy. Shade that's kind of like this. Like a little bit of a purpley, adding in some more little veins. This makes it look like it's more like under the skin. What? Ow. You're so cute, but your needs, they hurt because you don't like your nails to be trimmed. Hello. Get your fluffy tail out of here. The drama. Get down from there. Don't be on it. Okay. She spazzed out. Next, lashes. Curl them. I like a good long lash with this look. And the last time I did this, I had longer lashes because I was using lash serum, but that stuff was absolutely destroying my eyes. Like my eyes were this red all the time just because I was using lash serums with like harmful stuff in them. So I'm gonna go in with some lash clusters, and these are brown, literally just any lash clusters. The reason why I'm gonna go in with these are self-stick, so you do not need to glue them on. Starting with the longest one, placing it on my very outer lash. This is so hard to do on camera. I look down Going in with another of the longest one. They're brown, so they are a little hard to see. Yeah. Having a pair of tweezers like this with a flat side, pinching all of those together. Let's put mascara on it. And I'm doing one eye at a time so you guys can really see the difference. This isn't my favorite mascara. My favorite mascara is all dried up. My favorite mascara is the one by 𝙤𝙤𝙚𝙦 𝙤𝙤𝙚𝙦. This one's still really good though too. I like smaller ones, not the big voluminous ones. I like to be able to separate my lashes. So pretty. And then I'm adding it on my bottom lashes as well. Very big difference, but it doesn't look like I have crazy eyelashes on. It kind of just looks like I'm blessed with really long eyelashes. Gonna go finish the other eye off camera. Slick down my eyebrows. Got to be glued brow gel. Back comb them, place them where I want them. I like flicking out the little top part though. We got some highlight. I'm gonna put that on my cheekbones. This just looks like really, really good in pictures, but you can also be like, ooh, sparkly, like in Twilight, and you can add like a bunch of sparkles. Popping that in the inner corner, a lot in the inner corner. This is a Dior highlight. I don't remember if this is a discontinued one or not, but literally any gold highlight. This is the best highlight I have ever used. But the one that I use on like my everyday look is the Dior face palette with all of them, and I mixed the top two. This one's just a little bit more intense. To my nose. I wanted to do more of a red lip, make my lips look a little bit bigger. I always go in with like a brownish liner, and this one is by MAC and it's in the shade Stone. Going in with red lip liner, and I would kind of like this to be a little bit darker, but this is the darkest red lip liner that I have, and it's the one by Makeup Forever. And then I'm going in with the Rhode lip liners and blending that in with the shade Lift, which is like the lip color that I use pretty much every single time I do my makeup. And I kind of created an ombre effect afterwards by going in with the lip liner on both of the outer corners and keeping it pink in the center. And if it gets kind of smeared or anything, it goes with the vibe. I have a few other touches that I'm gonna do. We have contacts, nails, lots of accessories. We have to do the hair. I just had my hair in a braid all day, and we're gonna add some more waves into it very messily with a curling iron. Might do like kind of like a half up, half down situation. I like two separate hairstyles for vampires, either like loose waves or like curly curls like old-timey hair. But I kind of don't want to do super duper curly curls right now, and if I were to do those, I would most likely do weightless curls. I'm going to be curling mostly away from my face. I'm using the Bionic curling iron. It's like an inch. I have an entire video on this, but this is going to be very quick, but I'm just going to zone out really quick and get this done. Put it up. Okay, half up, half down. I like that. Just stuck it in a claw clip. Pumped this up a little bit. Before we put on all of our accessories and stuff, we're gonna put the outfit on. I have a few options for the dress, but I'm coming down to these two. This one is a vintage 90s dress. I feel like it gives vamp vibes. But I also have, this one, which is also actually a vintage dress. But I could put like a corset and stuff on this and accessorize it.
That's gonna hurt you, bub.
I'm not doing this. This is too much work. I'll wear the other dress. It's too much work. I went with this dress. Put my socks on. It looks a little funny. Put some jewelry on. I already had this necklace. Some stuff from Spirit Halloween that's more affordable if you want to add to it. This blood-filled looking necklace. These earrings. I also have this lace outer cardigan. For every single one of my costumes, I made a press-on nail set. Burgundy black ombre nails in stilettos. To apply them, I'm gonna be putting a peel-off base coat. This is the one by Jello. So I put this on, I cure it. It is a gel. And then when you want them off, you put this all over your cuticles and you let it sit for a second and then they pop off. I'm doing a whole video on press-on soon, within the next week-ish. Perfect for a vampire costume. I'm super smart. I got red contacts. I meant to put them in my eyes before I put these nails on. I'm scared to put the contacts in. What if I can't do it? This is not going well. Oh, I almost had it. I got this. Why is it sticking to my finger? Okay. Okay. Oh, that shit burns. Why did that burn so bad? Is it supposed to burn that bad? I'm crying off all of the fucking makeup. This is not good. Is that normal? I look-y like my eyes better. I'm never doing this again. Okay, I'm starting to feel claustrophobic. Oh my god, I'm starting to freak out a little.
Still filming?
I'm kind of freaking out, Tyler. I can't get it out. It burns so bad! No! Took my eyelash off!
I'm gonna like look up an easier way to get it out.
People are gonna let me know why it stung so bad. I probably did something wrong. Now I need to do all of my eye makeup over again. That was horrific. Okay, I have to go fix the makeup now. Okay. I don't know if I'm a wimp or something. Contacts didn't work out. And I just had to take like over a 30-minute break. My eye is still watering. I had to put eye drops in, had to redo all the makeup under my eyes. But it's okay. I know a lot of people do contacts before their makeup, and I thought it was just because trying to get them in was difficult. Not that it was going to irritate the crap out of my eyes. Like, made me like stuffy. I don't know. We're gonna put our fangs in. These are just the ones from Spirit Halloween, and I'm pretty sure they sell these on like Amazon too. Add a little bit of blood. Ah, I hate that. Glue that comes with these teeth. I have some rings. I'm officially a vampire. I need you guys to see the entire outfit. And I had all this stuff already. Didn't even need to buy anything for this. But it's definitely giving vampire. Many more Halloween videos are on the way. I hope I helped some girlies out that were looking for some vampire makeup inspo. Let me know if you guys use this tutorial. If you're getting ready and watching this, going to a party or something, please be safe. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye!
I don't know if you like the way I put my words together, but I need you to stick with me just like some birds of feathers. But like bricks to scale,